So when it comes to enrolling in classes in the Alt-Cert program, and Maria and Melanie know this, enrollment in classes is a little bit different than other students enrolled in Northwest Missouri State University, because Alt-Cert students are taking graduate level classes. It is a certification program, not a degree program. And when it comes to financial aid is calculated at the undergraduate level. And that's because the feds are always cautious about programs that are certification versus degree programs. So there are a lot of interesting nuances to enrolling in classes in the Alt-Cert program. So, and Maria and Melanie can confirm this. What I do is that I will send you an enrollment form, and I'm working on them now. Here next week or so, you'll start receiving these, and I think heavily you've received yours already, I believe, and Danny, you had two also. And so what it means is I send you a graduate enrollment form with the courses and the CRN numbers. All the information is filled out, and Drew and Anita, all you have to do is to fill your top information out and sign it, print it, sign it, scan it, and send it back to me. It's kind of it's a little mechanical, but I don't have a better way to do that. And then I will take those forms to the registrar's office, and hello Parker, and they will get you enrolled. So Alt-Cert folks are not able to just enroll by using a pen like other graduate students. So I'm still not sure why it's that way, but that's just how it is. So as I mentioned last 2 weeks ago, and I sent out last 2 days, I sent out 2 emails. One outlined the first assignments for the first class, Introduction to Teaching 61-614, because I know all of you will be starting school before Northwest officially starts. And the concepts of 61-614 have to do with getting you off to a good start. As I mentioned last time, and I'll hold up the book, but Drew cannot see it, Harry Wong's First Days of School. And it's 4th edition heavily, because you asked that. I hope you saw that. And so, and it's not a brand new concept book. It's like a 2008 copyright, which does mean that there is a CD in the back of it. That's part of one of your first assignments. Now, my laptop can't play a CD anymore, so you'll have to find an antique laptop to play it on, I guess, or if you have a DVD player. I don't have one in my house anywhere. But basically, the first modules have to do with getting you off to a good start. Your script the first day, there's a teacher there that was a teacher of the year. She talks about how she got her day started. There's an email in there where you're communicating with your administrator about what you're going to get out of it. Things like that, stuff to help you get off to a good start. So Melanie, would you like to talk to us about how you started your year last year, and what you learned being the teacher of record in your own classroom last year, and maybe what you might be doing different going into this year?
I think it would be a lot more prepared this year for the first day of school. It was terrifying. I had 4 extra students that I was not expecting, and 3 of them were behaviors. I was getting kicked and bit every day and had to fill out workman's comp every day, so that was fun. So I think just being more prepared and having my expectations and procedures clearly presented, and utilizing them the first day of school. So I felt like the first day of school I was trying to get to know the students and trying to just learn everything, but I need to have those clear expectations that first day. Anything else?
I think what you said there is common, especially common in the special education world, in that you will be getting students the first 2 weeks of school. You'll be in your groove, and then you'll have 3 kids move in, and their paperwork will be a mess. Just guarantee it. And they will be. You will also see, and those of you that have worked in this world know this. Often the most mobile special education students are the neediest, and those 2 things go hand in hand. So that comes with territory. And so I said in my email about this introduction to teaching class, it's really hard to overplan that first day. So when it talks about creating your script for the first day, I mean it literally, because it takes the stress off of you as to what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, what you want to say, and it is one of your assignments, because Harry Wong is a big proponent of over planning your first day. Okay, so those of you that are coaches would understand this, because I did this when I was teaching. I would essentially think of it the first day as if I was going to coach a sport. And you close your eyes, think, okay, I want to do this and this and this. I need to move students here and there. I want to do this first and this first, and then you write it out. It's like scripting your first half of a football game. Very similar to that. So Drew, I'm using language you'd understand. So because there's a lot of parallels between teaching is coaching, and coaching is teaching. So these are all things that the assignments that I'll have you do are things that your principal will want you to do anyway. And hopefully, when you let your principal know that you're working out of a Harry Wong book, they'll nod their head and say, "Okay, that's good," because there are newer researchers, and there are people with fancier titles and fancier book. That I say that Harry Wong's concepts are old school nuts and bolts, get off to a good start concepts. So you all should have the email to help you work on some of those assignments, so you have them ready to go when class starts the last week of August. Those of you that are special education, I also sent another email, because most of you will be in 3 classes this fall. 61-614 which is Intro to Teaching, and 61-615 is Organizing for Learning. Well, I get my course names backwards. Anyway, 61-615, and Dr. Singleton teaches that. And how we split up the semester is that we will focus on 61-614 the first half of the semester, and then get into 61-615 the second half of the semester. It tightens it a little bit, but it streamlines your brain cells a little bit. Those of you that are special education also received information that I passed along from Dr. Kang, and about 62-642, which is your first special education class, with links and information about the book and stuff like that. All the classes you will take will be online. We will do a lot of this Zoom type of stuff. And okay, Havali, you have a question?
Yes. Are you using the same book from 614 to 615, or
No.
will Dr. Singleton be using something else that I need to order?
Dr. Singleton will be using a different book. He will probably join us with our next Zoominar, and I'll ask him if he wants me to pass along information. Actually, he and I have talked a little bit about that class. It'll probably be Teach Like a Champion. That's Doug Lemov's book, but he and I need to talk about that just a little bit more. Okay? Okay, there. All right. So that's it. Any other questions about the enrollment process? Work with Kim Hollinger. Those of you that have not, are not quite through. Melanie, I see you have your ear cleaning device there. So, okay. I'm going to, okay. Any other questions before I change gears?
Do you go ahead.
Havili, go ahead.
Hello? Oh, it turned on. I sent you an email about the 614 since I already had taken that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it was like 9 years ago. Should you just read the email?
Yes, let me, I scanned it, but I haven't digested it yet.
Okay, no worries. I just wanted to let you know I sent you something.
Yes, I got that. I'll get back with you. Okay. Okay, Drew, you had a question?
Yes, for the enrollment process, it says that I need to send in some of my dual credit transcripts. Wentworth Military College I don't think it's a school anymore.
Yeah.
I think they shut down. Am I able to call them, or like how would I get that?
Work with Kim Hollinger on that.
Okay.
Basically, when she is satisfied with the transcripts that she has, and she's the one that communicates with Desi, if she does she even know about Wentworth?
She does, because she emailed me saying that I needed that and Central Methodist.
Okay, shucks, because I was going to say if she didn't know about Wentworth, maybe we just keep it quiet. So Kim Hollinger is the guru behind the scenes on all that. Okay. And we are blessed to have Kim Hollinger because I was telling people in the last seminar that she's been doing it so well and is so highly regarded that when she calls down to Jeff City, they take her phone call. Okay, and so you know, she's one of the, in my opinion, one of the best certification officers of the 4 years because she's been doing it so long. So just keep working with her on that question. Okay.
And then my second question is how many classes would we take per semester?
Well, your question is a little bit more nuanced in that starting off probably 2 or 3. We have to work with you to get a PE methods course. Not all the courses have to come from Northwest. So we'll need to talk about that. Right. And I also communicate with the PE professors on campus and Anita. I communicate with Dr. Hoy on campus about other potential deficiencies is the word that we use. But again, DESE has given us the ability to use the content assessment that we have a fair chance of when you pass the content assessment, using that to waive some of those courses. Okay, and we're just now working our way through what that looks like because DESE just gave us that ability back in April. So, so Anita and Drew, I'm still working on your full program of study. Okay?
No problem.
Okay. I'm going to pause this recording now.